$150 billion professional services giant Accenture beats on the top and bottom line for the quarter, driven by resilient demand for its AI-driven consulting services, but did warn of slower growth as the federal government cuts back on consultancy spending. Joining us now is CEO Julie Sweet for a first on CNBC interview. Julie, always great to have you on earnings day. Just tell us a little bit about what exactly is driving the growth you're seeing.
Well, thanks, Sarah. Yes, so just kind of taking you behind that growth, which was $5 billion in the year, it's very much driven by our deep ecosystem relationships. Technology is front and center for all of our clients, and 60% of our revenue is with our partners, helping our clients solve their hardest problems to use advanced AI. It's also got a really strong showing in our early investment in the AI is really paying off. We nearly tripled our revenue this year from Gen AI, and we nearly doubled our bookings. And of course, for the year, we ended up with over $80 billion in bookings, which sets us up well for next year. We feel very good as we go into FY26 with the momentum we're seeing in our business, which is driven by Accenture being the company that you really partner with to make sure you can use advanced AI.
I want to dig in on that, on how companies are using advanced AI and just how much, because we report every day on these massive deals when it comes to data center spending and infrastructure build out and the chips. NVIDIA is at the center of one nearly every day now. Are the companies that you deal with going to absorb all of that AI use case on the other end?
Sarah, I can tell you definitively, and I'm speaking to CEOs almost every day, every CEO, board, and the C-suite recognize that advanced AI is critical to the future. The challenge right now they're facing is that they're really excited about the technology, and they're not yet AI ready for most companies, and that's why they're calling us. So, how are they using it? Take NatWest, one of the leading banks in the UK. Data is the big unlock to using advanced AI. We've helped them create a unified data platform. And so now they're going to be able to do fraud detection from days to hours. Every relationship manager is going to have a real-time view of the customer, making them more relevant to their customers. And all of those finance and compliance people that are such a big part of banks are going to spend a lot less time chasing data and more time using it, right? These are the possibilities. And we're both helping the companies who are ahead, like a NatWest, and we're helping companies build that digital core and reinvent how they're operating to take advantage of it. And that is what is driving our growth.
I was going to ask which industries or sectors are most advanced in terms of using Gen AI the best. Is it financial services, or is there another one that stands out?
Well, Sarah, it's actually a really important point that I'm talking to every CEO across every industry. In every industry, unlike prior waves, you have leaders. So it's not like the old days where, industries like energy sort of lagged. So every industry has leaders who are farther ahead on kind of building out cloud and data, and they're all trying to jump on advanced AI. And then there are many companies in most companies across industries have a long way to go. And so it's super important to not think about it in like former tech where you can sort of wait and see. Every industry has a leader that is already well on their way to using advanced AI, and we're helping them do that.
Well, Julie, as Sarah said, we every day talk about really what are almost incalculable sums being spent in the infrastructure to support the AI that you're talking about. But when do you believe, given you have a somewhat unique perspective, we are going to start to be able to measure a return on invested capital for these companies? When is that day going to arrive?
Well, what I can say is that we're starting to see what feels like an inflection point where companies are moving from trying out and talking to us about, how do I truly get enterprise-wide? You need that inflection point in order to start to think about what does that mean about when scale at the level that you're talking about is happening. So the positive is that they're early signals. So I'm personally doing workshops myself, like in the next few weeks, which are very different than where I was talking to the same companies a year ago, where they want to hone in on how do we actually do this across the enterprise. And it is driving those large-scale transformations that you're seeing from Accenture, another 37 clients this quarter with bookings over 100 million, because to get to that inflection point, you have to have the data, the security, you have to be in the cloud. And we're still in the thick of it. There is a ton of work to do that's needed actually to be even in the cloud, have the advanced ERP platforms, have the right security. So
right.
I think we're starting to see more of an inflection point, but there's more to do before you really have visibility on full timing.
Well, Julie, what is it all going to mean for Accenture? Because we've just been showing the 3-year performance of the stock. It's down. Your company's lost 30% of its value over the last year. What do you tell your investors in terms of these things you're talking about that conceivably would be helping your business, and when we're going to start to see that reflected perhaps in some of the earnings and or the stock price itself?
David, this is where track record really matters, right? If you look back over every technology evolution, we moved from analog to digital. We moved from on-prem to cloud and software as a service. Every time we were a leader in the old technology, and we retooled and reinvented ourselves to become the best partner for the new technology. And that is the playbook that we are executing it again. And this is our core competency. Think about when ChatGPT started in November 2022, we had about 40,000 data and AI professionals and 30 working on a handful of projects in Gen AI. Today, we have 77,000 AI and data professionals. This year alone, we did 6,000 projects in advanced AI, and we delivered $2.7 billion from a standing start in November 2022 of basically negligible revenue. Track record matters. And in the meantime, we are just focused on delivering for our clients, and that's how we'll succeed again.